Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bull Central. We're doing a retro roundup today. This is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, okay? This is the episode 3 tie-in video game. Talk about your granddaddy games. You know, nostalgia is a funny thing, guys. Here I was about 20 years old when this game came out. I was in college. In fact, I was a few months away from meeting my wife. My beautiful, beautiful wife. You know, this game came along. I was trying to avoid spoilers for the movie, then played this, then got the whole movie spoiled. But it was kind of worth it because the game is not bad. It's actually a really, really good Star Wars game. Certainly head and shoulders above the Episode 1 tie-in. And as there wasn't really an official Episode 2 tie-in, there was a couple games associated with it, but you know, we're gonna shelve that one. But look, by the time we got here, LucasArts could make something a little bit more special, a little bit more fun to play. I'm not going to say Episode 3 is like the greatest Star Wars game of all time. It's up there though as one of the best movie tie-ins, because you know they don't really make movie tie-in games quite like this anymore. Only thing about this game is it's awful short. So I bought this game back in 2005 when the movie came out. I beat it in a day or two, which is not great when you spend however much video games were back then, $50, $60, whatever it was, $50 I think. And you know what? I just played this yesterday on my Xbox Series X, and I beat it in a day, lo and behold. Part of that is because it's actually pretty addictive. It's actually kind of challenging, maybe again not by like today's standards, because generally speaking, games tend to be a little bit harder nowadays depending on the game, okay? There's a lot of moves you can do. It's pretty clicky. There are times where you're lost for something to stab, or you're trying to stab, and you know, you can't actually seem to get there, use your force power or whatever. But as saber games go from this era, this is maybe one of the better ones, and I don't know that many people remember that about it. The other thing that's kind of funny is that health is scarce, Bacta tanks, right? Because it's Star Wars, so it's all about Bacta. So what you have to do is use your force healing ability a lot, and you can upgrade that up to 3 levels. You can upgrade all your powers and all your combat stuff. There's no skill trees like in a modern game. It's not like you can pick individual powers. It's more like you upgrade a set of powers, and that therefore gives you new abilities that you don't even really know how to use. It just kind of comes out from you, you know, miraculously in combat. You're like, oh, cool, I can do that now. Your force power charges so slowly that you'll go through this long run of like just blowing through stuff and, you know, killing all sorts of Jedi at the Jedi Temple, or slaughtering all sorts of battle droids, you know, early on in the game, or doing a cool saber combat segment. You have to sit there and like wait for your force to charge so you can heal yourself. So it slows the momentum. The other kind of oddish thing about it is that while it does follow the movie, and again, it spoiled the movie pretty much fully for me back then, it does this thing that a lot of movie all movie tie-ins of the era did, where they filled in gaps with more combat and more set pieces that are not in the movie. And normally this is okay. You don't mind so much because you don't want it to be the exact same experience as going to the theater and watching the damn movie. But in this instance, in a lot of instances back then, it was like gratuitous. It was unnecessary, and it kind of was just padding, and you could kind of tell that about it. But like, I faced this group again, and I've done this 20 times, but you know what? I'm going to go through it. This was the golden era. This was the golden era of LucasArts Star Wars games, and I know a lot of like people, especially younger gamers, complain about, I notice on YouTube, on the internet, games today suck. Games today suck.
It's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No! No!
As I say, nostalgia is a funny thing, and things that used to be bad are now good sometimes, and things that were kind of so-so are great now, and you know how that works. And I notice about the younger guys, the youngest among you, that you're starting to enter this phase of your life where the golden years are starting to kind of reflect a little bit. You can say that the stuff from long ago, from your childhood, is so much better than the stuff from today. I don't know that that's true, guys. I think you really have to be objective about that. I think you really have to think about this one a little bit more, because the stuff that comes out today, the best of it, is freaking great and crushes the life out of the best from back then. And I was a man back then too, and I can tell you that that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Sometimes those old things feel better in your memory because you felt good then, and you have a hard time conjuring that feeling again for something new. So the comparative feeling makes it feel as if the old thing is better. That's nostalgia, baby. That's what it is.
I'm out of it for a little while. Everybody gets delusions of grandeur.
As a golden age LucasArts game, it had a certain authenticity to it. You know, for instance, in between all the pre-rendered and kind of real-time console rendered cutscenes, you have all these great snippets from the movie, which is what spoiled it for me. That's cool, man. Like, that's cool. Like, they don't make games about the movies anymore. Why don't they make games about the movies? Could you imagine if there was an Empire Strikes Back video game made for PlayStation 5? It would blow people's minds. They don't do this anymore. That's it. That's all I gotta say. This is a good Star Wars game. Check it out. You won't be, well, maybe you'll be disappointed, but that's really not my fault. Okay? That's on you. That is on you.
So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
A certain point of view?